Gable got one match under his belt already.
And
hey, just listen to that reaction.
And Ghadiali is also, he just won the All-Star match against a very good Ohio State opponent. And here we go.
Absolutely.
Gable Steveson, 3-time finalist, 2-time national champ, and an Olympic champion.
I watched Gable a little bit on Friday night, just kind of watching his pace and stuff, and he does you'll watch, he kind of rocks a little bit when he's in his stance, and he's back and forth, kind of rocking back and forth, and he uses that, I think, to measure distance a little bit with his opponent, kind of timing it, getting in his rhythm. It's been a little while, obviously, since we've seen Gable in a Minnesota singlet. It's been a couple years. He's put on some size too. I mean, his legs are stronger. He looks physical.
And from his match on Friday, he still has the quickness. And as the season progresses, it'll be interesting to see how he can continue with the speed and his strength.
As we said, Ghadiali was an All-American last year NCAA championships. He is a 4-time NCAA qualifier. They did wrestle in the 2021 NCAA championships. Actually, they wrestled first round. There's a stall warning against Ghadiali for leaving the cylinder. They wrestled in the first round of the 21 NCAA championships. Gable won by fall in 1:27 in that match. But Ghadiali's done a good job just every year getting better every year, kind of climbing that ladder. Just beautiful throw by single for Gable. Another thing that you and I talked about after Gable made the announcement that he was going to come back is that this is the first time we'll see Gable wrestle in a 3-point takedown era. And neutral is certainly I think his strongest position. He is very good on his feet. And I think the 3-point takedowns really favor him well.
Exactly. That'll be, I mean, he's going to rack up a lot of points.
Mm-hmm. He did so on Friday night en route to a technical fall in just under 2 minutes.
So 50 seconds left in the first period. Gable Steveson is up 3-1. Ghadiali has been warned for stalling.
Gable's kind of having a little trouble with his headgear.
Yeah.
He's had to adjust it a couple times so far. Might have to get that thing fixed back on right. Didn't need it when he was wrestling freestyle. Or the WWE.
He's going to have a long talk with your equipment manager.
Really good snap. Run corner there by Gable. Takedown with 8 seconds to go in the period. A wonderful time to score.
And 3-point takedowns. 2 takedowns, he's up 6-1.
Gable has 26 seconds of riding time. He'll have choice. Gonna go neutral. We got a chance to talk to the coaches a little bit in the last couple days as well, and it sounds like Gable has been, even though they made the announcement that he was coming back about 2 weeks ago now, but he had been in the room prior to that. He'd been in the room training with those guys. I think he's still building his conditioning up. I don't think, obviously very few wrestlers in the country are where they plan to be at, condition-wise by March right now.
Yeah.
But Gable still, he's ramping his training up a lot in the last couple weeks.
It's a little bit different than training camp for the Buffalo Bills.
Yes. Gable just kind of he's having trouble getting into his ties. Ghadiali's doing a good job of keeping some space. Gable back to that little throw by attempt that he scored that first takedown with. there's where he's very, very good. Once Ghadiali's kind of been very, he's picking his attacks so far in this match, and he committed to one there. And when you go after Gable, a lot of times it doesn't end well.
No. Gable's re-attacks to the left side,
as good as anybody in the world.
Yeah, especially for a heavyweight.
So another stall warning against Ghadiali, and that's going to be a point for Gable.
Something we don't see all the time is Gable working on riding time.
Yeah.
He's close to the minute mark. Now he has a minute of riding time. 10 seconds left in the second period. Steveson up 10-1.
Gable's trying to get the fans pumped up.
Yeah.
Why not? Look at that, just a phenomenal re-attack by Gable there. He's going to cut him. He's letting everybody know he's just to go an optional start. Absolutely. Escape point for Ghadiali, 10-2. Gable's going to try to open this up a little bit more now, I think. I would guess we'll see him try and work towards that tech fall. For those of you at home wondering why we're starting at heavyweight, Campbell did win the coin toss, and they elected to start at heavyweight. It was their choice. I don't think that was what Gable wanted. He was hoping to be the last match of the duel.
Yep.
Good snap down run corner there. Very few people move laterally as well as Gable does. He's good at just finding those angles with which to attack from.
Ghadiali back up on his feet. Gable in a misdirection, high crotch. Can't finish there, but the attack was pretty smooth. Good defense by Ghadiali.
13-3 right now. Gable has 124 of riding time.
.45 seconds left in the third period. Gable in on a blast. No stall warning there.
There's a shot attempt by Ghadiali and drive-through finish by Gable with 30 seconds to go. He needs one more takedown for a tech fall. You can see the coaching staff's right there by him. They're letting him know what he has to do to get a tech. There's a stall warning against Ghadiali, so another point. Now a ride out, and a ride out gets the tech. Ghadiali gets an escape. Gable's going to need it on there.
10 seconds left.
10 seconds. He needs a takedown for a tech fall. You see, he's breathing. Yeah, I mean, he's breathing pretty hard right now. He's been working this whole match. Just a low single attack and a takedown, and the crowd goes absolutely crazy. It's about as loud as I can remember it being in this arena.
Obviously, this is great for Minnesota wrestling. It's great for Big Ten wrestling. It is great for the sport in general.
It is wonderful to have him back.
An icon coming back in wrestling.
.20-4 tech.
9-8 as we head to heavyweight. Gable Steveson and Harley Andrews. Steveson 3-0 this season, all tech falls. He has scored 57 points in those 3 matches.
Gable Steveson.
Weighing in today about 274.
For your Oscar.
3-time Big Ten champion, 2-time national champion, the 6th 2-time national champion in Gopher history. Won a couple of Hodge trophies. Pretty good at wrestling, Jim.
Maybe one of the best we've ever seen in this weight class. Certainly at the college level.
Gable Steveson, 89-2 in his career. He has won 55 straights. Looking to put the Gophers back out in front, and just so quick. He just does things you can't explain.
Yeah, I think he's going to work with a little side tilt action right now, and he's thinking bonus points all the way. But with what we've identified is that sometimes you can be you can be, you know, these side tilts, and all of a sudden you get a big lead and all that, and you can't really, you know, what you got to do is really think about getting that extra point. Probably not in doubt whether he's going to get a tech fall or not. You know, it's tough for Harley Andrews. I mean, heck, he was probably, you know, senior in high school when Gable was winning an Olympic title. You know, so it's like certainly when he's winning his national titles. But I got it, guy here that when you're looking for team points, you're looking to try to get from the feet to the back, or he's got to put those shoulders on the mat to help his team right now.
Up 7-1 after 60 seconds.
Keep moving your feet.
Out of Apple Valley, Minnesota, Gable Steveson, Olympic champion in 2021.
Your feet, stay in your stance.
Harley Andrews from Tuttle, Oklahoma, redshirt sophomore, three-time Oklahoma State champion. Gable Steveson makes it look easy there on the edge with 3 more.
Yeah, just quick snap down into a double leg.
Call your knees up.
1, 2, right of bounds, head down.
Our advanced stat sponsored by Air Force. He has done a whole lot of winning. Hasn't lost since March of 2019, almost 6 years ago. That was to Anthony Cassar of Penn State at the NCAA tournaments. The Big Tens, if you remember that year in 2019, Cassar beat Gable, then was just a true freshman. Steveson leading at 10-2, just over a minute remaining in this first period. Gable, of course, stepped away, was in the WWE.
Get the hand off you up, good.
55,
hey,
center.
Inside, don't let it go. Stay into it, circle inside. Circle with your hips. Forward with your hips.
Just so strong and powerful.
Yeah, just a tough situation for Harley Andrews to be in. So you've got, he's keeping his stance, and maybe you try to do a little bit of controlling around the wrist or whatever to slow him down a little bit.
Stay forward. Don't bite.
You know, it almost.
Out of the grip.
Nice.
You see how he's kind of working the clasp fingers there to slow Gable down a little bit, coming to the inside to his tie. And it seems like every time Gable gets his hands on him, it's just a quick snap and into a shot.
Stay into it. Move your feet. Move your feet. Keep your hips underneath you. No,
Right there.
Muscle, muscle.
Wow. That's, I don't know how you stop that.
Set. Green.
Yeah, look for, you know, is he going to try to do some sort of, you know, feet to back or mat return? Hey, I like that little way to break down right there.
3, 2, 1.
Mentioned his time in the WWE. In mid-November, Gable Steveson back with Minnesota. And it was great to see him back with the Gophers.
That's he could have obviously gone anywhere here with the NIL rules and the portal and all that stuff. But I agree with you here. You know, it's,
We're out.
you know, when guys leave, you say, well, they're probably gone for good. Of course, I certainly wasn't aware he had another year of eligibility, but to the fact that he wanted to come back and be with the Gophers says a lot about this program.
Set.
So Gable Steveson, a takedown away from his 4th tech fall of the season, gives the escape. And Gable Steveson hits the tech fall. 19 on the board for Gable Steveson. And Minnesota has its first lead in this dual meets. 13-9 now, the Gophers.
A stint with the WWE and the Buffalo Bills.
Gable right away with forward pressure. You know, Heindselman's a top 10 wrestler, so he will be putting up a fight. But it's hard. You know, these college athletes are facing Gable. So much international experience that it's a different level.
Absolutely. Once a generation talent too, and it's impressive what this guy can do at 285 pounds.
I mean, right there, he hit an over tie or overhook. Tries to swim it out, you know, kind of a slide by position. Just real dirty, tricky things. The pulls, the fakes, his attacks to the corners. He moves like a 25-pounder at heavyweight. That's really what makes him so good.
Yeah. And we talked about this a lot throughout the duel, but the subtleties and pressure, right? And the guys that are super successful are the ones that can feel that and anticipate it. And Gable does that better than really anybody in the world, you know? And it's cool to watch. But Heindselman definitely going to be well coached right here.
Already with a stalling call. Gable gets into a high crotch, dumps Heindselman to his hip and finishes. That'll be interesting to see what Gable decides, if he wants to try to ride and maybe turn, which right now that's what he's throwing. He's threatening a cradle. Big man cradle coming in, slapping it on, falling back, making his adjustment, nodding to the crowd, letting them know.
A little bit of the WWE showmanship right there.
Dropping shoulder, and he's about,
There it is.
There it is. The crowd is on their feet. They love it. What a finish to the home Big Ten star duel.
Getting the people hyped up.
And well, that was a nice little exclamation point for the Gophers to finish this duel, to winning the duel 25-10 against number 21 Michigan.
Our friend Steveson is going to whip out here.
Yeah, Steveson, he's an excited guy to wrestle. His personality is definitely goes very well with the high-level wrestling he's about. As you can see, he likes to move around. He likes to wrestle like one of those little guys. But the advantage he has is he's 285 pounds.
Yeah, Steveson hasn't lost since his freshman year, and already earning himself a takedown.
Yep, I think he is sitting at a 57-match win streak right now. So he's on top and looking to make it 58 here. A little bit about Gable Steveson, if you don't know, he's a 4-time Big Ten finalist, 2-time national champion. I know he wished COVID year didn't happen. I think a lot of us did. I think that would have made him a 3-time national champ there. But his freshman year, he took 3rd. And then after that, he just continued being on top. And in 2021, he was Tokyo Olympic champion at 125 kilograms. So that was a lot of fun to watch. I watched that in my living room at 3 o'clock in the morning, cheering on the TV, watching Gable Steveson become one of the youngest Olympic champions we've had in America.
Yeah, that was fun during the Olympics. I mean, getting you excited at 11 o'clock a.m. Not usually used to that, watching some sports, but yeah, gave it to us all day, and so did Steveson as well.
Yep.
Rosenfeild, redshirt sophomore, North Mankato, Minnesota. So 2 folks from Minnesota going at it.
Brooks MP. They changed it on. Brooks MP, he is a Stoughton grad. I believe he is a junior going into this year. I think this is his first Big Ten matchup of the year. Our starter here went down, so Brooks got the nod to step in and go head-to-head with one of the greats here in Olympic greats here in folk-style wrestling.
Steveson gets himself up to 15. Yeah, I think you're right. Quick switch for Wisconsin at the end, and how about this for MP? Wasn't sure he was going to play in this contest, and also he's taking on #1 wrestler in the nation.
Yeah, it's really cool to see Gable Steveson come back. At the beginning of the year, there was a lot of talk. Even last year, there was a lot of talk about him coming back and using this last year of eligibility, and he decided to come back this year, and I think not only was the Minnesota fans happy, I think the whole wrestling community was happy about him coming back, and we finally get to see him wrestle one more year and see if he can finish out on top as a national champion again.
Well, MP will take this one to period number 2. And we start off neutral.
MP chose neutral on his feet. I don't think he wants to get back underneath him. As I say that.
Can't blame him.
Gable gets his last takedown for the tech fall.
There you have it, back-to-back tech falls from Minnesota, and they take a commanding lead to get us going.
All right, now I think we get one of the matchups of
wrestle like a normal heavyweight. You're going to see right away he gets the action going quickly. Early takedown.
Steveson, the 2-time national champion, the 3-time Big Ten champ, and a 2-time winner of the Hodge Trophy. This year 6-0, 5 by tech fall, 1 by pin.
And he's just doing what he wants with Morley right now. Like you said, quickly just gets techs, gets some back points, can kind of control where he wants. He's wrestled some good guys this season, but I'm really excited to see how he does against some of the best, getting some swipes right now quickly, but he's looking for the tech fall today.
Near fall points in the end, and you saw Steveson kind of let go there.
Yeah, and the reason is he wants to find a different way to turn them. When you let your hands go, you get those points awarded. Referees aren't going to give you more back points until they see a different hold. But so many good things about Gable Steveson. We saw all the fans lining up early, trying to get their pictures, their autographs with the Olympic gold medalist. Trying out for the Buffalo Bills this year as well. Has a lot to his accolades.
Several appearances in the WWE as well. A win today would be his 40th Big Ten regular season dual victory. And of course, a perfect 40-0 in that case.
And he's the front runner for the Hodge. I don't think there's any question about it. As the season goes on, and if he keeps this dominance, there's not going to be really anybody that can put up much of a fight.
That's hard to argue. I mean, beyond the resume, you just look at the damage he's doing so far this season, basically untouched, except when he's got guys getting escapes because he wants to set up a different attack.
Yeah, I mean, if he really wanted to, he could win all these matches 15-0 or put a guy away in 30 seconds, but he's always showcasing his offense. He's always trying to find ways to get better. He's excited to be back in the sport. You hear him talk about it. He's excited to be back in front of his home crowd at Minnesota, the Minnesota native.
And there is the tech fall. Final score 19-3. And so Steveson stretches the lead to 21-0 in favor of the Golden Gophers. We're going to take another break before we flip.
Shake hands, guys.
Gable Steveson, 7-0, 6 tech falls and a fall. He has won 59 straights. And Yaraslau Slavikouski coming off that huge win last Sunday afternoon. He beat Luke Luffman of Illinois 4-1 in sudden victory. It gave both Rutgers and Illinois 5 victories in the dual meets. Rutgers winning on total match points, 38-34. Slavikouski, a 2-time All-American, really good wrestler in his own right. But Jim, today, it's a different kind of customer.
It really is, but Slavikouski is a guy who's, oh wow, coming off that head. Gable Steveson has not lost his quickness.
Looking to finish on a single leg. Great balance from Slavikouski as Steveson able to corral both ankles, and he gets the 3.
That's just really well done. Came to the collar tie. Here's the finish right there. Sweeps it back. Goes to the far leg. Keeps that left toe in.
Gable Steveson, wrestling high school at Apple Valley, Minnesota, one of the great programs. Gable Steveson has not lost in almost 6 years. National tournament in 2019 in Pittsburgh. Lost to Anthony Cassar of Penn State in the semifinals. Fell to Cassar in the Big Ten finals. Cassar, of course, the only man to beat Gable Steveson in college. 2-time Dan Hodge Trophy winner. List of accolades that extends from Minneapolis all the way to Fargo.
Straight on double leg there. But, Shane, this has been a great period here for Slavikouski. He's kept Gable out of maybe his preferred tie up there. He likes to go ahead and work the left side of the body with that tie. He's forced him. There's a straight on double leg shot, just chased it down. Just as I say that, but still. A lot of guys have 4 or 5 takedowns.
The Buffalo Bills, he was in camp. He has had a busy handful of years between Minnesota, winning an Olympic title, and as I mentioned, WWE, and some football as well. He's up 6-1 inside of a minute here in this first period. Escaped there by Yaraslau. Makes it 6-2.
Yeah, it's his 4th year of eligibility. So his, basically his the work that he has right now, has an opportunity to win another NCAA title.
Slavikouski began his career at Harvard, where he was a 2-time national qualifier. 2020 was second-team NWCA All-American and 30 wins. Was rounded 12 in 2023 at Harvard. And then last year was 7th as a 13 seed at the national tournaments. He's had a really, really good career. Gable Steveson, a couple of takedowns in the first period. As I mentioned, he wrestled at Apple Valley. The Eagles, one of the premier programs in Minnesota and across the country, all at Apple Valley. National champion for Penn State. Matt Demery was a 2-time national champ for Wisconsin. He wrestled at Apple Valley. Seth Gross ended his career at Wisconsin, won a national title at South Dakota State. Apple Valley.
It's one of the great
What a program.
Yeah, one of the great programs in the country.
25-time Minnesota State champion, Apple Valley Eagles.
Red.
Stall call on Slavikouski. That is his second one, so it's another point for Steveson.
Get him off the edge. Go through it.
Gable walking him or backing him up a little bit, backing himself up here. Not going to take as much forward pressure. Again, Slavikowski's naturally just moving pretty well in this situation, keeping that right leg back. There's a little shot there of his own here. He answered the stall warning here, but there's the counter of the heavy hips here by Steveson.
Steveson brings him down for 3 more. What are you going to do?
He just,
what can I do?
Puts his hands up, and everybody can empathize with you.
Because that was a good shot.
It really was.
Gable Steveson 10-3, as I mentioned. All bonus point victories for the Gophers. 7-0, 6 techs and a fall.
Well, what I like about that, Shane, is he did get called for stalling there, and he's given up some territory, and has prevented the show from being what it could here for Steveson. But then he comes out there and hits that little shot right there, but it wasn't little. It was a really well set up shot, and it would work against most guys.
10-3 to the third period. Back in College Park, no Drake Ayala today. Braxton Brown of Maryland looking for the fall. He's got the cradle center of the mat. And Braxton Brown, ranked 11th in the country, gets the Maryland fans out of their seats. Big fall for Braxton Brown as Maryland takes the lead over Iowa 6-4. And Gable Steveson going to put Yaraslau on his back, and he's got a second fall of the season. A fall from Brown, a fall from Steveson, just like that here on the Big Ten Network. Another day at the office, Jim.
Yeah, hardly breathing out there.
60 straight wins for the Olympic champ.
And so far this year, no match has gone the distance. He's either tech-falled or pinned his opponents. And I know Nick's going to be, he's not after any moral victory here, but I will say that if Nick gets out of here and cannot give up bonus points, I think, just being honest, I think Ohio State would look at that as a plus.
This is not one of the matchups that we talked about right off the top, but it's certainly one that everybody here is excited for with Gable Steveson wrestling.
Yeah. And there's that, and his leg attacks, it's like he's like a lightweight, and that's what's always been so amazing about the guy. He does standing back flips. His leg attacks are like he's a 141 pounder, and yet, the guy's over 260 pounds, and so, but that's why he's the Olympic champion.
Gold medal in Tokyo, back from a 3-year hiatus. And I know Minnesota definitely very, very happy to have him back in the fold.
And good for Gable. He lived a little bit of life. He exposed, made a run at the WWE, and as he was courted by them after the Olympics, he made a run at the NFL, even though he had never played football before. Sean McDermott, the head coach of the Buffalo Bills, knowing how special and that an athletic heavyweight wrestler might bring to the table as far as being a lineman. He had a shot up there, when he was released, he declared he knew that he had one more year of eligibility that could be salvaged, and he decided why not. And here we are wrestling him and Nick Feldman, and thus far we got a 3-1 match, and Feldman's holding his own thus far. Okay, obviously a takedown to an escape, but we know what Gable can do, and we just need to see how this one unfolds. But again, just like Shoemate, thus far it's early. I don't want to get in front of myself. Thus far, Feldman's been able to hold his own, and it sounds like you're giving too much credit. Like, wow, we're only a minute and a half. Has been quite a spectacle for some time.
They had to go to work on Stevenson's headgear, so we're back ready to go with 53 seconds left in the first period. Minnesota.
Man, what a snap down! What a snap down! And Nick was able to nicely get out of it and nicely get out of the foot sweep. So Nick's here for a wrestling match. He knows what the odds are. He knows what people are predicting. And yet he's here, and no sooner do I say that Gable gets in on a deep double. And let's see if Gable attempts some turns, or it looks like he's can't stay that perpendicular for too long. They want to see that you're attempting some turns. Steveson never one to stall, so I'm sure they knew that he would be working something soon, as he is right now. Looks like a claw ride as they go out of bounds. So as we walk.
Salazar with that decision at 197 to get us started. He won with 1.8 seconds left in sudden victory.
Try to get away and keep attacking, and just see what happens. From a probability standpoint, how can we keep this match close? Okay, some would argue with that because no, always try to go out for the upset, and again, always do that, right? But don't take unnecessary chances, because Gable makes you pay for those. Really, with the exception towards the end when he was able to get that last takedown, keep wrestling the way he's been wrestling thus far. Again, Gable Steveson ends matches in the first period quite a bit throughout his career, and Nick's still here. So keep wrestling the strategy and the mapped out plan that he had. Try to keep Gable, easier said than done. Try to keep Steveson, not giving him that opportunity for that blast double that he has. But again, we're talking about such a weapon, and he shows us why there with a. You got to remember, Feldman was the best heavyweight, one of the best heavyweights and best wrestlers coming out of high school, and he's a returning All-American, and so this is not somebody who's in the way, as you can see, the way Gable thus far has been able to handle him. It just speaks to the abilities and talent of Gable Steveson, something we already knew about.
Feldman 12-5 this season, redshirt sophomore from Quarryville, Pennsylvania. After that last takedown, Steveson leads at 9-2. So we've seen a couple of escapes here from Nick Feldman. Another opportunity here.
When you're in a situation like this and you're wrestling a guy who's just so dominant, again, it's can we keep this from being a tech fall? Can we keep this from, best case scenario, perhaps? Well, best case scenario is pulling off a huge upset, but can we perhaps prevent a major? And really the key there is don't take any unnecessary shots that are easy for Gable to turn into points for him. We already know he's good. Don't give him a whole lot of, you don't want to give a Gable Steveson any gifts. Collar tie on both of them, and brings us to the second period. Right now, obviously, down by 6. And with the riding time, so, you know, when the match ended, if the match were to end right now, it would be a 7-point loss. That would not be, that'd be a mere decision. However, again, we've got the third period so far. He goes for a knee pick, and Feldman's able to quite athletically cartwheel out of that. You know, it's easy to get lost in talking about Gable and all of his athletic talents because it's deserved.
Unbelievable right there. That was talking about how nimble Gable Steveson is. How about that one right there from Nick Feldman?
And I really think those are the types of things that might be able to, you know, that might be able to prevent, you know, that might be able to allow him to only get, you know, a decision or a major. But no sooner do I say that Gable's able to capitalize and get 3 points on the spin around.
So Steveson now up 9.
And does it become a game of just trading 1 for 3? Because he knows, which is often a strategy. Hey, I can take this guy down. I'm confident of it. I've done it a few times already. Why waste time on top? He's been pretty tough. I haven't been able to turn him so far. So you just kick him out and trade for 3 for 1, 3 for 1, 3 for 1. Hopefully Nick Feldman has, for Buckeye fans' sake, they're hoping that Feldman's able to fend some of that off and perhaps lose, by most standards, by a respectable score. Again, it's the emphasis precisely because of who he's wrestling.
Stevenson's headgear loose again. Some great top 10 Big Ten wrestling at Ohio State today. The points from Steveson.
Yeah, and I was able to talk to Coach Ryan right after the Iowa match, and he wasn't pleased because he said, quite frankly, I think we're better. That said, and right now, oh, wow. Sometimes even getting in that deep on Steveson, with Steveson here in the crowd, can kind of get him a little more. He wants to show that that doesn't happen on him without penalty. And I tell you what, Nick Feldman fared for himself quite well there. Again, he's so competitive. He's looking for a major upset, and that's how you should approach these matches. But we just watched the first match this year.
I would assume Gable's going to get to work early.
Awesome double.
Finishes a takedown to Filipovich's back. He's trying to get near fall points. He's got that bottom leg turked.
Gable trying to score some near fall right in front of John Jones. And also to note, John Jones started in wrestling, started his career in wrestling. He's a 2005 New York State champ, then went on and won a JUCO national title for Central Iowa Community College. And right there, he's getting swipes. No swipes awarded yet.
And go out of bounds. Gable's going to start optional in this restart.
And on a lefty single right away, scores another 3 points.
Caught Filipovich just leaning a little bit, but man, it's not a lot of people move like Gable.
He's ranked #1 in the country with a 9-0 record. He's an Olympic gold medalist, 2-time NCAA champion.
Filipovich was an Indiana State champion as well. Gable's got a cradle locked up, trying to hop up on top, but he's got himself in a bit of a extended situation here. 4 near fall, Filipovich out for an escape.
For the near fall, Steveson, 1 point on the escape. For the boy.
Gable back in another leg attack, finishes for another takedown, 12-2 lead.
Still the first period, Gable's up 12-2, and he's going for another cradle attempt. Now, when Gable was in middle school, he's originally from the region area of Indiana, and I believe Vega helped coach him a little bit.
Okay.
Ref holding 3 near fall. Gable's asking for the points, but ref's like, you got to let that leg go. You can't just let the hands go. You got to let him get back to his base. So 3 near fall for Gable, 15-2 lead. He's going to cut him loose. 15-3. One more takedown would make it a technical fall. And Filipovich is standing there trying to fight him. He's doing his best. He's doing a good job. A snap down, go behind for Gable is another 18-3 technical fall. And that's 5 more team points for the Gophers. They now lead after 5 matches, 18-3. The crowd.
Heavyweight match is where we turn our attention. Ben Kueter, the freshman, 11th ranked wrestler, 12-3 overall. He's got the national champ on the other side. Number 1 of the country, Gable Steveson. The senior is a perfect 10-0. Everything coming with all those bonus points attached to Tech Falls majors. It's going to be a tall task here for the young guy, Ben Kueter.
It's going to be a tall task. It's a tall task for anybody going against the big man. But I tell you, Kueter, as a freshman, you know, he got some matches in last year. He's shown his ability to compete. We can see the difference between a guy who's been spending all year so far, you know, trying to get better as a wrestler. He's a 2-sport athlete, probably capable of becoming a 2-sport athlete again. And there you see that signature go behind on the right side. That was the one that won him the gold medal after somehow he got the referee to give him the neutral call. Ran around to the outside there, and boy, that was one of the most exciting moments. Sitting there watching that at home.
That's takedown number 45 for Gable Steveson on the season. He has not been taken down. 45 takedowns and 45-0 advantage in duels so far this season.
Work the score here, man. Let's go.
Continues that with a takedown here in the first.
In a weight class this year, it's just dominated by seniors.
Yeah.
You take a look at those rankings, and Kueter.
Kerkvliet obviously knocking the door, number 2 ranked wrestler.
Nick Feldman from Ohio State, the sophomore. Kueter, the freshman here, and that's going to be.
Luffman in there too of Illinois.
Wrestle through this, man. Let's go here.
Those underclassmen, really, that weight opens up a lot next year.
Yeah.
Hold on, Red, hold on. Green, we're going to be optional. Center of the back now. Set.
Optional start for Gable Steveson. Kueter, he's up and out.
Neutral.
Right there.
So far, a duel that's been dominated by Iowa. They got it rolling early with the first couple and kept it rolling from 149 to 174, just 2 wins.
Oh, wow.
And here Gable Steveson has put him on his back. Couple of near fall points. 3 of them, in fact, coming for Gable Steveson.
And just good job of running down that corner right there. Was able to catch Kueter a little bit off balance.
Seven tech falls on the year for Gable Steveson and his 10 wins. Well on his way here in the first. Picks him up and puts him down. On his back again.
That's tight. He's going to be able to keep his feet on the mat. He's only got one arm underneath. He went off the mat.
They give him 4 back points for Gable Steveson. Even Kueter with a little bit of a smirk there.
I think Kueter had to tip his hat on that one. Oh.
Whoa.
Oh, misdirection, single leg there. Looking to take him to his back one more time.
Well, ending in the first. Yet another tech fall coming the way of the national champ, Gable Steveson. An undefeated 11-0 season for the number 1 ranked wrestler in the country.
Not yet, young fella.
On deck on mat 1, whether at 41 pounds from Maryland. Dario, Lemmings, Lemus, and from Wisconsin, Rock, Wolfson, 5 seed. On deck on mat number 4 at 149 pounds from Michigan State, Clayton Jones, and from Indiana, Joey Butler. You're on deck mat 4.
And now wrestling on mat number 1, 285-pound quarterfinal round in the green from Minnesota, Gable Steveson, and from Maryland in the red, Seth Nevills. And wrestling currently on mat number 4, 133-pound consolation round from Northwestern, Massey Ghadiali, and from Michigan State, Andrew Hampton. Less than a minute in sudden victory on mat number 3, tied up 1-1.
Nice job, good finish. Take your time. Good job.
Three, takedown, mat number 1, Gable Steveson.
Weight on his head. All the way high on his chest. It's hard to breathe. Get your weight higher on him. Get back, come on.
Here are your quarterfinal results at 184. Quarterfinal results at 184. Carter Starachi, Penn State, won by a technical fall at 454. Starachi at Penn State, technical fall 454. Jackson Smith, Maryland, winner in the second tiebreaker 3-2. Smith of Maryland, second tiebreaker lighting time 3-2. Edmund Ruth, Illinois, 4-3. Ruth of Illinois, 4-3. And Max McAnally of Minnesota, winner by a technical fall, score 22-6. McAnally of Minnesota, technical fall, score 22-6.
The winner of the bout on mat number 3, from Michigan, Joshua Heindselman.
On deck on mat 3, 133 pounds from Michigan, Nolan Workman, and from Purdue, Dustin Norris. You're on deck mat number 3. Results at 197. Quarterfinal results at 197.
The winner of the bout on mat number 2, 285 pounds from Ohio State, Nick Feldman.
Press your to the edge. Slip underhook. Little throw by if it's there. Hey, pop snap.
On deck on mat 2. On deck on mat number 2 at 141 pounds. From Michigan State, Jaden Crumpler. And from Iowa, Colin Schreiber. You're on deck mat number 2.
Nice shot.
Now wrestling on mat number 2, 125-pound consolation round from Michigan, Christian Tanafu, and from Illinois, Caitlin Riley. And now wrestling on mat number 3, 125-pound consolation bout from Maryland, Tyler Garvin, and his opponent from Michigan State, Caitlin Wynn. Mat number 3.
Continuing those results at 197. Quarterfinal results at 197. Stephen Buchanan, Iowa, winner by a major decision 8-0. Buchanan of Iowa, major decision 8-0. Zach Bronigal, Illinois, winner by a decision 10-4. Bronigal of Illinois, 10-4. Jacob Cardenas, Michigan, 8-1. Cardenas of Michigan, winner by decision 8-1. And Josh Barr, Penn State, winner by a technical fall in 405. Barr of Penn State, technical fall, 405.
One more. Penetrate, there you go through it. Other side, collar and wrist. You gotta reach out there. Last up again. Last up again. Last up again.
The winner of the bout on mat number 1 by technical fall from Minnesota, Gable Steveson. Heindselman. His opponent wearing the green from Penn State, Kerkvliet. Takedown, Kerkvliet, mat number 2.
Wrestling on mat 1. From Minnesota, Gable Steveson. He's a 4-time Minnesota state champ. He's a 2-time cadet, 2-time junior world champion. He's been a 2-time NCAA champ, 3-time Big Ten champ. And he is an Olympic gold medalist.
Number 1, Steveson with the takedown, 3-0.
His opponent from Ohio State, Feldman, was a 3-time national prep champion. He's an NCAA All-American, and he was also an award winner of the prestigious National Wrestling Hall of Fame Dave Schultz. Wrestling on mat number 2 for Penn State, Kerkvliet. The returning NCAA champion. He was a 4-time Minnesota state champion. He was a cadet world champion. He was a junior world silver medalist. And is also Minnesota's recipient of the National Wrestling Hall of Fame Dave Schultz Award. A 4-time NCAA All-American. His opponent from Michigan, Joshua Heindselman, is a grad student. He was a 2-time Oklahoma State champion, 3-time. He was a state place winner. He's a 4-time NCAA All-American.
Circle, hand fight. Finger shot, pressure, horseman, pressure. All the way in, Good. Right him out. Good job. Come on. Fight to the center. Fight to stay in the center. Be disciplined here, Nick. Fight for the center. Be disciplined. Fingers. Your hook. Top snap.
After the first period on mat number 2, the Nittany Lions, Kerkvliet leads 3-1.
Feldman, with your hook. Left hand hook.
After the first period on mat number 1, the Gophers, Gable Steveson lead.
Your fakes, keep faking too. Motion.
Three, warning, one, and three.
3, takedown, Gable Steveson. Heading into period number 3 on mat number 2, Penn State's Kerkvliet leads 7-1.
Hey, stay in the fight. Stay in the fight. Drop it.
Takedown, Steveson, mat number 1.
All right, get those wrists. Yes, right moment. Build up. Build up. Build up. Build up.
1 point awarded for stalling on mat number 2. Winner of the match on mat number 2 from Penn State, Kerkvliet. 10-2.
Drag him in. Kick. Drag him in. Dump. Three. Okay, go out.
3, takedown, Gable Steveson.
One more ride out. Or 2. It goes under. Don't just reach. Run through it. You're pressured now. Start running through it. Your snaps are good. Gable. Fire on that overhook snap. Fire on it. Fire on it. Through it. Double that. Okay. 1 minute. 1 minute. Roll out. His elbow. Roll out. Got 24, Gable. Hey, hands can't sit.
undefeated. Gable Steveson has won 65 straight. Greg Kerkvliet has won 38 straight. Something has got to give.
I don't know what it's going to be either. Is that these guys are going to be fun to watch. The ability of Gable Steveson to be able to attack maybe 3 out of the 4 quadrants of the body there has just been amazing. It's been the signature of his career. You know, Kerkvliet has been on an improvement course and probably, you know, reigning national champion. His ability to be tough in the top position here, I don't know if he has the ability to go ahead and you know, ride an explosive Gable Steveson, but if this match gets close, goes to tiebreaker, that may become a factor. But I think what Kerkvliet needs to try to do is basically try to control some ties, control some wrists, right? Maybe run to a shot here. If he gets to a single, he's got to be able to go ahead and finish it. But we just haven't seen it been done.
Penn State 5 for 5 in these Big Ten finals, and they have won the team title. Congratulations once again to Cale Sanderson and the Nittany Lions. What excites you most about this match, Tim?
Well, I tell you, Gable Steveson and Greg Kerkvliet are both better than they've ever been. How do you say that about a guy that's been off the mat for a couple of years? But that's the case with Gable Steveson, and he's just, I mean, you know, we talk about power, but Stevenson's got this, you know, he's got a sense of measuring, you know, a rhythm. He's crafty, and he's got the whole package. And it's just both. This match is great for wrestling.
Gable Steveson won his last national title in Detroit in 2022. Then when he stepped away, it was Mason Paris and Greg Kerkvliet. Gable Steveson with the WWE.
Just to say Olympic champion.
With the Buffalo Bills, an Olympic champion. He's done a lot, the 2-time Hodge Trophy winner.
Look at the left arm of Kerkvliet there. He's coming over the top there, blocking with the shoulder. Now he switches off to a collar tie. But right there, that thumb block right there at the trap level there, that's going to be his little security blanket right there. And he slides back in underneath to stop that little high crotch shot there by Gable Steveson. And he can stay in these types of positions here on his feet, get quick angles there. It increases his chances to maybe getting a takedown, or at least getting to a leg.
Inside of 40 seconds in a scoreless first period, there's a shot for Gable Steveson, and there you see that power. The Gopher leads it 3-0.
Just the ability to be able to change angles. There's not just getting to come back up. Got his lock that he wants right there. See Kerkvliet push those hips away. Nice little return. Good little standing switch on the way back down to collect that quick escape. That's important for Kerkvliet.
On the line.
Greg Kerkvliet has not lost in almost 2 years. Lost in that 2023 NCAA final to Mason Paris. And for Gable Steveson, last time he lost in college was in 2019 in Pittsburgh to Anthony Cassar. Of course, Cassar beat him in the Big Ten final in Minneapolis a couple weeks previous. And Gable Steveson tack on 3 more. Wow. I've made the joke before with Gable Steveson. Says he's from Apple Valley, Minnesota. But since he was in the WWE, I'll make the reference. It reminds me of when guys would get introduced and they would say, from parts unknown. I mean, this guy is from parts unknown. Where's he from?
Grew up in Indiana, didn't he?
I think you're right. Indiana to
Indiana's
Apple Valley.
On the man.
Two phenomenal heavyweights battling for the Big Ten title here in 2025. Stacked weight class in the Big Ten, 8 of the top 12 in the country this season from the nation's premier wrestling conference, the Big Ten. Escape by Kerkvliet, 6-2 match, just over 30 seconds left here in the second period.
I think he is. Wow, right there. Again, the surface area that he finishes his techniques is just in a 4x4 area.
Didn't even go down to his knee.
No, he never does.
Third takedown of the contest for Gable Steveson. And he is in bonus point territory. It's been all bonus points all season long for Steveson. 9-3.
You've been on for Stone. Build your lead. You're the best. Run through it. Just slow you down. You got to go get it then. If you ain't going to go, you got to go.
Good footwork there by Steveson.
15.
Hanging on the logo there.
You got to go then.
There'll be adjustments made. These two have the opportunity to be meeting again. So far, this has been a really impressive performance by Steveson.
3 takedowns for Gable Steveson. It is a 9-3 final. Gable Steveson adds his name to the history books. He's a 4-timer, a 4-time Big Ten champion, and he will wrestle for another national title in Philadelphia as the #1 seed.